Okay.
Wait, did it start?
Yeah.
Shit. Hi, welcome to Good Times Roll. A D&D homebrew campaign where a bunch of murder hobos try to pretend that they're not murder hobos.
We're not.
Never murdered anybody in my life.
Are you though?
It's all been
We're
in
still
defense.
hobos.
Well,
We're
that is
murder hobos.
hardly not
Hey,
true.
we technically have a
You
ship
ate
now,
people
which
a few
has
sessions ago.
the ship has lodgings on it, so we technically aren't homeless anymore.
Yeah.
Are we
Sure.
vagrants?
That is true. You actually
just live on a boat.
Yeah, we have a
We're,
boathouse. It's all hammocks, but it's we can live there.
Murder vagabonds? I don't know.
Murder nomads.
That works.
Murder
Murder
nomads.
nomads. I like that. Murder nomads.
Murder nomads.
I get to be
that
a
should be
gnome
your
with a
guys'
G,
that-
mad.
Oh gosh. Well, that's it for the stream,
Murder
everyone.
good
Have a good night.
nomads.
We're done. That's it. See you guys next week.
Bye. Sorry.
God, fuck. It's terrible. I'm always on this weird line where I find puns hilarious, but I know I shouldn't encourage people that do them.
They're the worst.
So I'm like, do I tell this person that it was good and laugh at it, or do I let them
I'm
think it
like-
was terrible?
I'm really bad at puns. That's like the one thing I'm bad at in life.
yeah.
I'm great at
It's
everything
the-
else,
Lucky bastard.
but it's puns. I can't do
There's a lot of
puns.
things I'm bad at.
I'm so bad at them. And what sucks is I'm doing improv classes, and a lot of the games are pun related, and I'm just terrible at
God.
them.
oh
God.
man.
It's terrible. That's awful.
Yeah, you're-
God, it's so bad.
I feel like everyone just gets one.
Yeah. I think of puns later. Like I'm one of those people. Like I think of it like, oh, that would have been a good pun. Like
Why are we talking about this? How
They
did we
just-
get here?
I don't know.
Because it was murder nomads with a G in front, like gnomes.
Gotcha. That's
There you
funny.
Murder nomad.
By the way, that would be an interesting group name. Would you guys still don't have a group name? You should probably get on that.
I mean,
Grubby's
At
Angels.
some point,
Really,
yeah,
really.
you guys brought that up, and then we're like, no, that's not our thing.
I mean,
what was
we-
that, Chase? You said something.
I said, do we really need one?
I mean, most good adventuring groups have one.
Do they actually? We're not a good
I was
adventure.
gonna say what you're mistaking us for something else.
Fair point. Oh, good lord. All
Yes.
right.
How can I help you?
So,
Call ourselves the
Awesome.
Grubsters.
Oh, poor Thuray. Can't take it.
nope. Thray would just be like, all right, I'm done with you guys. Later, and then just take off.
Over the boat, overboard,
Right? Just fucking. Whew.
swan dive,
I've got water breathing. It's fine. I'll get there eventually.
just swimming.
Just fucking floats around the ocean for 3 months underwater.
Just grabs
meets
a heavy
some
rock.
mermen, fights a couple tritons, defeats the underwater lich that we were talking about earlier.
That's how he could become an actual sailor. Some good
There
actual
you
time on the
go.
seas.
Oh, Thray, I hate you all so much.
What did I ever do to Thuray?
So, huh?
What did Gregor ever do to Thuray?
I don't know about you specifically, just the group
Alright.
in general.
But Natty really offended him at some point.
That's fair. I understand.
yeah. All right. So last time, you guys,
You
set
call him
sail.
guy. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Last time, you guys set sail, right? You took them on the high seas. It was an exciting time of adventure and daring until you get to like the second week and you're like, shit, this is boring.
I painted
We
a
got
bear
hit in the face
person.
with flying fish.
Yeah, there was an event at which point half the crew got high and then got attacked by flying fish.
I forgot people were high for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Was it
yeah,
good
that
And
was
then
time?
Dylan and I made a dope dinner
yeah.
from the
They
flying
caught
fish.
enough of them. Thray almost died. It was great.
Thuray almost
Uh,
died. Yeah.
Seriously, Thray almost died. Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
encounter so far.
Careful.
Seems to be a
I
recurring
mean-
theme.
It's actually a very recurring theme, unfortunately. You think the DM would be better at like making a character that's not useless, but apparently not.
Some characters just
Uh,
aren't meant for adventuring, you know.
I
They
know.
gotta stay inside.
Honestly, if I was an actual player, I probably would have been like, "Can I just like fucking get rid of this guy?" Like,
I'm gonna
this
go
is
be a
terrible.
farmer. I'm gonna go be a farmer and
Right.
raise a plot of
Oh, like-
land, and we're gonna make a new character.
So go get a family, own like a dockside tavern. It'll be fine.
Dockside
Just
Tavern.
let me make another character, please, dear God. So that happened. Flying fish accosted the boat, slapped some people in the face. A bunch of them died. Made lightly fried fish fillets at 2 a.m. It was
So
great.
good.
Chef's kiss.
Um, lots of other things happened. Some personal development. Gregor burned some of his old paraphernalia. There were some beautiful paintings made by Aramil. There was a one-on-one duel between Rogar and Regis. It was a solid adventure. Thray got drunk again at one point. And then finally, you came to a point where on the horizon, and mind you, these guys are in the middle of nowhere, you saw a boat sailed up, just drifting. You guys, while you were approaching, a light rain started, and you guys proceeded to set up next to this boat, kind of like lock on a little bit, and then peer over. As you did so, you noticed that a significant portion of the deck was covered in, and this is literally right where I stopped last. A significant portion of the deck was covered in blood splatter.
Oh.
It was
Wow.
you can't tell because of the rain whether or not it was recent or in the past, but there were definitely some significant blood stains.
You also said it smelled weird, but not like death.
Yeah.
Does it smell like fish?
Do we see
No.
like any bodies, or is it all just blood stains? Like anything on the ship?
As you peer over the edge, right? So everybody's like kind of like on the edge looking over right now. There are no bodies that you can see. There is a higher end where there is like the wheel of the ship, and you can't quite see up there, but on the main body of the boat, just some blood splatters. Some pretty extensive blood splatters.
On the deck or on the hull? Sorry, you said on the main body of the boat.
Yeah, on the deck, not on the sides. That would be weird.
Because this isn't weird.
Well, this is something weird.
Well, that looks worrisome. Should we investigate?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Three
there
first
a-
kind of-
Regis is just gonna hop up on the deck without trying to be stealthy or anything.
Well, last time didn't we hook up like a grappling thing onto it and climb up onto the deck?
Maybe.
Is their boat bigger than our boat?
Yes,
Oh,
significantly. It is
we don't have a very big boat.
two-masted. It is a two-masted ship with
Maybe
an actual like hull underneath.
Maybe
That is
we
a-
take their boat.
That's a whole extra mast. We may not
Should
want the
we
boat
take
depending on
their
what's in it.
boat?
If you scrub the blood out, let's make sure it's not
Let's
haunted.
keep it on.
Blood kind of gives it character.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, character will get you. Will lock you out of some port towns if they see you. They're not gonna.
Nah, they just won't
They
come on the
might not
boat.
let us dock if there's a bunch of bloodstains everywhere.
We'll just keep a
I mean,
bunch
how
of
would they know?
tomatoes with us.
There we go. We're tomato salesmen.
Yeah, that's it. That's what all those blood tomato stains are.
A batch went awry.
And
A lot of
horribly
dolphins trying to
slaughtered
steal
on
our
the deck.
trailers.
I guess I'll join Regis on going over to the other boat.
Going
Okay.
up.
Threy slowly follows. He seems a little more suspicious than the rest of you seem to be.
Trepidatious.
But he
if you
follows.
will.
That's because he's learned his lesson. Whereas we clearly have not.
What I know I ask this every time. What are your guys' passive perception?
15.
16.
14.
15.
Okay.
14.
So Aramil and sorry. Aramel and Galen, not Gregor. Aramel and Galen. You guys hear some scratching sounds coming from below the deck, like
Are we
on
all
the
on the?
wood. Yeah, you guys are on the top, and like below, you can like hear some scratching sounds coming from below.
Shh, shh. Do you guys?
Guys, quiet.
Do you hear that?
Gregor freezes.
Yeah.
There's something on. Something sounds like it's below.
Doesn't sound friendly.
I'm
Rogar,
so
go
tempted to
check.
just hit.
I'm not on the boat yet.
Oh, Regis, go check.
Okay, deal. I'll go check. Is there a staircase leading down to the hall?
There's a door.
Oh, okay. Can I like peek in?
I want to go with him.
As you get closer, you notice that the handles of the door is blood splattered also.
Of course.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Now that we're closer, how fresh does this blood look? Is it
Oh yeah.
pretty
It's hard.
saturated?
It's hard to tell because right now it's raining.
Right.
Is
So
it-
it's wet, but it's not washed away. So like you can tell that it's like semi-recent, but not super.
I was gonna say, give me
Like,
a
it has
color.
enough
Is it,
time.
What-
is it still
what
red
color
or
is
is it like
happened within
brown?
like a day?
Yeah, is it brown or red?
I mean, it's like the dark brownish red. It's
Okay.
gained some of its color back as the rain hit it.
Hmm.
And it's got that slick blood feeling underneath your feet, but it's not. Again, it's not just like washing away in the rain. It's kind of stuck a little bit.
I feel like something happened recently here. Keep an eye out.
By the way, Alec, do you have the music going?
Yeah.
Okay. Double
No, I
check.
can't hear anything.
I mean, I hear like it's like rain in background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining here, so I thought that was the actual rain.
Oh.
No.
Why not both?
Okay.
What good sound effects?
It seems so
Um,
real.
Oh my god. All right. So you guys spread out. Who is on the ship now and who is not?
On the ship.
On the ship.
Basically, everybody. Rogar's just chilling on the other boat.
Is there like any windows in like cannon windows or anything on the boat? Side of the boat?
Ports.
Whatever.
There are
Portholes.
three portholes that look like they were
Peek
made for
through one.
cannons.
I think this is the part of the story where Rogar steals our ship and we never see him.
Probably.
I just gotta kill.
We have a ship to chase him with.
Didn't Thray? I think Thray came with us. I think we're all on either boat.
Thray's on the boat with you guys. Like you
Oh,
guys are
good.
pretty well tied up to the other boat. Like you're not gonna drift.
Is there?
Oh, hang on.
Rogar can cut that super easily.
Does it look like I can crawl through the portholes at all?
No. No. What?
I don't know. I just wonder.
Hang on,
No, you
Duray,
can't
what
crawl
is
to the
your
portal.
what's the name of your boat?
Our boat.
It's our boat, and
The
we
sh-
never gave it a name.
It's the shape changer. We did give it a
The
name.
shape shifter. We did
Our
call it.
boat.
Oh, the shapeshifter. That's right.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
I
I still
guess
like
I'll
our
probably,
boat.
probably crawl up on the ship with the rest of them if I can't crawl through the window.
So, back to what's going on deck. You notice that the door handle is covered in blood. What are you going to do with this?
I'm just gonna push it open. I mean, just gonna open it.
So, you grab the door handle, and it kind of slips a little bit, but you manage to open it.
That's gross.
What do you mean slips a little bit?
Like as he like tries to turn the door handle that's covered in blood, it lick, so it's hard to grab onto.
Yeah.
Gross.
It opens up outwards, and down below, the light penetrates a little bit, and you can see that there is a staircase. But down below it, it's very dark.
I
Okay.
cast light
On
on my warhammer.
Ooh.
okay. So you
Do
cast
we-
Light on Warhammer.
Yeah. So my you want me to read it out loud? Just you touch an object.
I know what light does. So your Warhammer starts glowing.
Right.
Can I whisper back to Gregor, like, do you have any torches?
No.
Well, shit.
But. Yeah.
Three like points at Rogar.
I know who has torches. He doesn't
Can I
use them
get-
to see in the dark. He uses them for other
Can I-
things.
Rogar's just smiling, waiting for Regis to ask.
Kind sir,
But it's-
clear
but it's-
leader of the group, can I get like 2 torches?
Here's 5, just in case you.
Alright. Perfect.
Much generous.
Hang on.
That's fine.
I'm casting bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an extra 20. What do I see? What do we see?
Yeah.
You see, it goes down. The staircase goes down. It's a fairly short, fairly steep staircase. Drops down another level. Which from the outside of the boat, you kind of get the impression this is a tri-level boat. You don't really see anything. Actually, it's just dark. You see a few more smaller bloodstains, but nothing significant.
Is there like a clear trail leading?
Make a perception check because you're not getting close to it.
Can I assist him?
Sure. All right, so roll twice and take the best one, Kyler.
And then while he's doing that, is there any sign
got-
of the scratching noises?
A 22.
A 22.
Yes, sir.
There does seem to be some blood, some very light blood trails going up and down. Just like a few droplets, nothing like significant, no like huge bodily harm, but like somebody was hurt and kind of, it looks like they've gone up and down these stairs a number of times. As the door opened further, the scratching that you heard before, you can no longer hear it.
Oh.
Actually, we never heard it, right? It was only Aramil and Galen who heard it.
We brought it to
Yeah,
your
but they
attention.
had told you guys to listen,
Ah.
and presumably if you had dropped down, you would have heard something.
Great.
Hang on, I want to catch. It's just me and you, right? We're about to go downstairs.
You were like at
Mhm.
the top of the stairs looking down.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on you, which gives you a +2 to your AC.
I was about to cast that on myself. That's perfect. That's hilarious. Here, I'll cast it on you.
Aww.
Hey, look at that.
Brotherly love.
They just like
So
rubbing each other with
cute.
their magic. Like,
You.
Patty cake, patty cake.
And Thea blesses
Yeah,
you.
shield of
And Thumb blesses you.
faith.
And Thea blesses you. And
no.
Shield of faith.
You get a shield
like a
of
high-
faith.
it's
and
just
you
like a
get
high
shield of faith.
oh god, that's just it. Shield of Faith. They both do it at the same time, and the magic just runs down their arms.
That's great.
We go, ah!
To make a shield of faith.
I want fan
All
art.
right.
Fan art of that.
So you guys cast Shield of Faith on each other, kind of like, and you proceed to head downstairs. What are, just so I know, because it's tight quarters, what's the marching order for this? Who's, yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah, I figured he's a soldier, and then I'll back him up with magic.
I'll follow like 5 feet behind Gregor. Maybe 10. 10
Like,
feet.
Galen wants to be near the back. He's very suspicious.
Yes,
I'll,
as he
I'll
should be.
be in the back then.
Yeah, Rogar doesn't like holes.
Okay, and Thuray will take the middle then.
This isn't a hole. It's a ship.
We're going into a dark hole.
Completely.
hole. We're in a dark hole.
It's a hull.
It is a hall, and the two people in front have bright lights.
More boat
Ambiguous.
puns.
So at this point, you guys can see that Thray is like visibly shaken by something. He
Jeez.
does not seem as. And mind you, he was sober. He had that one night where he got drunk. He's been sober since, but like he seems just kind of like
Effed up.
not happy and like darting. His eyes are darting around.
Where is he in the lineup? Is he like towards the back?
He's like right in the middle.
Oh, so
Yeah.
and we all
I'm
see him
behind
like that.
Say again.
We all see him like that.
I mean, you guys just kind of noticed when he was out on the boat that like
Oh.
he's like.
I got you.
So
Okay.
can I like? I'm gonna nudge him like.
I think
Paying
like
attention.
seeing that, I'm being a
Okay.
little more cautious. Could I like kind of just clock the room with my dark vision and see if I see anything that maybe got missed
Yeah.
with the dim
Um,
light?
So
I'm casting
as
bright
you
light.
begin walking downstairs, you kind of notice that this layer of the boat, whereas like sometimes there might have been like individual cabins, it's just open. There are a number of hammocks on each side, a bunch of cargo just kind of stacked everywhere. You do notice again, just like before, that there is like a small stove towards the end of the boat. And you should look around. You don't see anything like just immediately obvious. Do you want to make a perception roll with your
Of
dark vision?
course.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's a 10.
Okay. So you kind of look around and you do hear something kind of moving towards the front of the boat. So you guys came down the stairs and you start out towards the back of the boat. And the boat is only down here. It's only about 20 feet wide. About 5 feet on either side are stacked up with like hammocks and boxes and things like that, leaving about 10 feet in the middle. Towards the front of the boat, you hear like something kind of moving around.
Kind of like put my hand up and like just take it slow as we move.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna put my hand on the back.
Regis, you're in the lead, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on his back and like follow him forward if he goes forward.
I'm just gonna. Can I like grab, not his hammer? The light's on your hammer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just kind of like grab your hand and like put it out for like not put you out in front of me, but like.
Oh,
put you
I get it. You're like dragging my
in front of me.
hammerhead out forward.
Just yeah, like sword at the ready,
He grabs
Yeah.
he grabs your hand.
like walking forward.
And his
Hand
lower
in hand, we walk forward.
his
I
lower
get it.
lip
That's
quivers.
What kind of slash fiction is this?
These
Can
are,
you really not-
there you go.
The weirdest kind. That's what it is.
The greatest kind.
Ghost ships turn me on.
So, as you begin to walk forward, this light casting around, unfortunately, because of all the stuff that's in the way, the shadows are still pretty deep in a number of different areas. But you see what appears to be like a little girl's head poke out, and her hair's kind of like falling over her face, and she just kind of like looks at you and then like ducks back behind the crates.
I would like to call out, little girl, you know where the kitchen's at.
Are you with us? Oh, he came
Yeah.
with us.
You don't hear any response. You
No.
guys can now hear some shuffling from where you were, but nothing. Like she doesn't respond.
If we turn to look, do we see anything?
Turn to look.
Like where we were?
She's like ahead. She's like ahead of you.
But you said
I'm gonna-
you said we heard shuffling where we were. If I turn to look where we were.
Oh
do
no
we see
no
anything?
no, where she was.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Where? Yeah, my apologies.
No worries.
I probably just misspoke.
I'm gonna.
Where she's at, like she's doing something or like trying to hide or something like that.
I'm gonna walk forward and try to illuminate her.
I'm gonna cautiously just walk beside him.
Okay. As you get closer, all you see is like this small form. It was like a dress before, like a nicer looking dress before, but now it's kind of ragged and it's got blood stains on it.
Is she
And-
wearing it? Or it's just
The girl is now kind of like shying away from the light and just kind of like trying to shrink back into like some just like bags of stuff, some sacks of something.
she so totally did it. Anyway.
Gonna ask her, are you okay? Do you need help? She needs help, but
you hear her start like crying softly and like really like pushing herself back into the sacks.
It's that real appears. to be
We're
useless.
not gonna hurt you for the moment.
Gregor!
I turn back. I am not convinced that she didn't do this. Give me a goddamn break.
I'm gonna kneel down and be like, hey, we're here for you, little girl. We'll get you out of this mess.
She totally lost it.
She at first she kind of shies away, and then she hears your words and she immediately runs over and like grabs your leg and just like bares your head and like
Aw.
into your just like into your side.
How old does this girl look to us? Like,
I mean, maybe 7 or 8 max. She's not big.
Okay. Like
She's
little child.
human?
small. And say again.
human?
I mean, as far as you can
Like,
tell,
that begins at, like,
she's
does she look human?
She looks human, or at least humanoid.
Okay.
You don't see any horns or any like defining features that might indicate she's not human.
I was gonna ask if I could look at her closely and try to see if I notice anything other than the fact that she's covered in blood odd about her.
Is she covered
Mind
in
you,
blood?
dried blood, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm,
What's our surroundings kind of look like right now? Like, we like in a hallway or
So you're in the hull of the ship, right? So like I said, it's pretty open, about 20
Okay.
feet wide.
or
About 10 feet in the center of actual like walking room, and then there's hammocks hung up along the sides, and then a bunch of cargo stacked along the sides also.
Are we closer to like the front of the ship or the still like, I guess,
You guys
aft?
are towards the front of ship. The ship is maybe 60, 70 feet long. So like at this point, I assume you guys are probably like spread out a little bit.
Is there like can we see like a staircase to like the next level of the ship or?
Yeah, at the front, there does, just like for you guys, it's like maybe 10 feet away, there does appear to be another.
In the staircase down.
another.
In that
Um,
case, can I like pick the girl up and like kind of hand it to like, I guess Rogar and be like, here, this
Don't hand it
trustworthy
to
lizard.
Rogar.
To
I'm just gonna
Rogar?
shake my head.
Seriously?
Rogar is.
So you pick her up and she just buries her head like in your shoulder.
Oh,
Alright. For the moment, Regis, she's yours.
It's not
All right, that
it's not,
works.
it's not how being a parent works, Gregor.
I'm not a parent.
I know.
Gregor, you said
Maybe
that
just
you're
put her in that crate or
try and
something.
kind of get a closer look at her.
Yeah.
So Regis takes and hops her up on his shoulder, and she digs her head in, and just, and as you kind of get closer to like try and take a look, the girl lifts her head, and you see that she has no eyes or nose, just one large mouth full of teeth.
Damn
What
And then
in
she
the F?
immediately takes her mouth opening much wider than any human should, and takes a huge bite into Regis.
I knew it!
Roll for initiative, motherfuckers.
Gregor!
Ah,
Gregor yells that
damn
out
it,
loud
you got us.
immediately.
I knew I should have
What
given her
the
to Rogar.
The fuck, Zach? It's not cool.
Yikes.
Maybe not.
That's hilarious, but
Oh,
nightmares.
God, it's so good. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to roll this.
I told you.
damn it.
Jesus.
Maybe we should.
All right, so that is a 20 to hit.
You miss!
Haha! Shield of faith!
Seriously?
The shield of faith!
Shield of faith for the win!
Oh,
For the win.
motherfuckers.
Suck
So,
it.
Suck it, demon
the,
child.
the little girl's mouth opens and she takes a huge bite and just you hear like a shrieking as her teeth pull against the metal like nails on a chalkboard. She kind of like pulls back and immediately tries to push herself back off of you. Are you gonna let her fall to the ground or are you gonna try and hold on to her?
I feel like I'll try to hold on to her.
Really? Damn, son.
Okay. Make a strength check.
All
Grapple
right.
her.
I feel like she was really sweet until I saw her face.
Yeah, I guess we never really did.
Oh, I got a 24.
Nice.
Dude, what
So
are
she
you,
kind of
you
starts
crazy
squirming
stats
against
again?
you, and now that she's squirming, like you feel like tiny little claws occasionally scratching against your bare skin,
Oh my
and
God.
like shit. In the light of Gregor's hammer, like you can see, like she has like this hair that's draped and black, and like I said, no eyes, no nose, purely just a mouth that's too wide and full of like 3 rows of teeth.
Is this like the girl from The Ring?
No,
Just
Yeah.
like gross looking
you
and
know, much more horrifying.
That sounds a lot worse.
So, out of curiosity, roll. What was your guys? Or what did you get for initiative?
I got a
Damn.
14.
I got a 4.
should we all yell it at you, or do you want to do like a countdown like you did before?
I'm gonna do a countdown like I did before.
25 to 20.
And 1 second, I gotta do one.
I feel like Regis would be like, "You little fucker."
Okay.
Who?
I wonder if it's
Alright,
worth
20
trying
and
to see.
above.
Nope. Nobody.
Nobody. 15 to 20.
15.
15 as well.
Gregor. Clerics.
I know, right? Rolled a 17, which is awesome, and then goes down to a 15. That'll be my good roll for this session.
Oh my god, my cat is like. I was writing, my cat like took his paw and like gently like tried to pull my hand away from writing. You want
Nice
attention,
pumpkin.
bud? All right. 10 to 14.
14.
14.
Yep.
Uh, 5 to 9.
Oh, I had 18. My bad.
You had 18.
A little late.
What the hell, man?
All right.
Oh, I had a 27. Sorry.
My bad. You didn't say 25 and above, so I just kind of.
No, I didn't actually have a 27. That was a joke.
Yeah, so was Zach.
I know. I was.
I got you, Zach. I
Zach,
heard funny.
Zach,
I don't
Zach,
think you literally have an initiative that. So.
You'd be surprised. Zach, it was a joke. The joke is that I didn't say. Yeah, you get it. Okay. All right.
And that, children, is how we
Why
ruin
the
it.
fuck do I DM for you assholes?
Because you love us.
And 0 to 4.
Yep.
That's Regis.
Got a 4.
Is that your final answer?
All right.
Oh no.
Well,
They
sure,
are
your kill line.
like,
You go
I don't
first.
know what to do.
So Regis is holding the monster girl right now, right?
Go ahead and hit it.
Gonna take out my great sword and
Of course.
kind of want to just try to hit the monster girl in the back.
Okay.
Tell Regis to hold her up. Maybe I could just whack her
Like a
like a
pinata.
pinata or something.
It's like, you want me to put an apple on my head, or like?
Yeah, put her on your head.
So you're gonna move up towards him and be like, trying to lift her up. Urgh.
I also want to attack with my my great weapon mastery too.
Ooh.
God.
Okay.
New toys.
Well, since 1 second, let me just double check here. But I think technically she's restrained, so I think you get advantage too. I want to double check.
Is there a chance he may hit Regis as well?
I mean, anything can happen.
Don't ask.
Hey,
It's gonna be
if I
like, now
wanted
that
to
you
do,
mention it, yeah.
I'm sorry. If I wanted to,
No, it's just grappled, so you can't, so you don't get advantage. But yeah,
I'm
roll
gonna do
for.
Gonna do it recklessly also.
I don't know what all these things together do, so you're gonna.
Okay.
I need to trust you that you know what you're doing.
Oh, got a natural 20.
oh wow,
That'll do it.
A natural 20.
Natural 20.
Okay. Very nice.
Woo.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Nice.
So is it 46 plus my thing?
Double the dice.
Yep.
Whatever
Double,
whatever dice
you
you
would roll.
so 46
So
times
you would
2.
roll. You would still roll
Plus
your
six.
2d6 for your thing, and then double those dice.
Oh, you just want. Oh, okay, so double the score.
Yeah, so it's 2d6, and then you double those rolls.
that number, and then add
Okay.
and then add your strength mod and all your whatever.
Oh, okay, so
Great weapon
18.
master. Did you do your great weapon? Oh,
Oh, I did. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
18, 20, 34 damage.
that's
Neat.
pretty good.
How much?
34.
34.
Very nice. Very nice.
304. What?
All right. I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
Damn, she's beefy.
Also, since I got a critical hit with a great weapon master, I get an extra attack.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I like how me and Aramo both grabbed our like.
Like, huh?
Really?
I don't remember that, but that's awesome.
Says on your turn, when you score a critical hit with a
No,
melee
I'm
weapon, or
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want to see what the feat actually says. So
Reduce
continue
it.
with your rolling and tell me what you get.
a 19.
19? Okay, 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
For anybody watching the stream who realizes that I made a mistake in Spanish, I apologize.
I did 8 points damage.
Yeah,
So,
score a critical
Holy
hit
crap,
and reduce them to 0.
42 altogether? That's insane.
It's pretty good.
Hang on.
All right. So
42.
and then
You can. Sorry.
how much damage for the second hit?
8 points damage.
8 points of damage?
Mhm.
Wow, you rolled really low. Thank
Yep.
God. All right. Cool. So you do that.
Mhm.
The little girl on your shoulder, Regis, is going to take another bite, or because
Attempt.
no, going to attempt to slash at you.
Come get, bitch.
Do I get to attack her again for the third time?
Oh, that's right, you do. My
Yeah.
apologies.
You get 3 attacks?
Well, I get my normal
You get a
attack, my
critical hit,
extra
which
attack.
with the great weapons master feat allows him to hit again.
That's
If he
bonus
gets a 0, if he reduces an enemy to 0 or
It's a critical.
gets a critical,
Yeah.
he gets the extra hit.
No. I kind of just imagine Regis just holding the monster up and I'm just hitting.
And you're just like,
Actually, he's just like,
I was like waiting, and then I'll describe how it all went down. It's great. Unless you want to describe how it went down, which by all means, do it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the great weapon master again. Yeah, I got a 0, so that's
You got a 0?
well 1.
Oh, because you get like a
You
minus
just take
5.
the minus
if you're
5.
right, right?
Take
Nah,
minus
man.
5.
So
Yikes. It's risky.
I'm gonna need you to
Wait, how?
roll for damage.
Huh?
How'd you get a 0
this against
with all your
me?
pluses?
Well, I rolled a 5, and then
But then you still get to add all
Minus
your
5.
pluses.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
so you-
oh my bad.
Yeah, you can't
So-
actually
oh,
get a 0.
right.
You're like plus
okay,
8
so-
to hit, so you're really plus 3 to
Oh.
hit. So you're
Oh
really
yeah, I
was
forgot
gonna
about
say,
that.
like-
So if we roll a 3,
Wasn't that
Well,
bad.
yeah,
No,
you had
rolled
an
an
8.
It's actually
so he gets a plus
no,
8 every roll.
No, I get
Now it's a
a
-3.
I get a 10.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
10 hits.
that's fine. You didn't roll a natural 1, and that's what's
Nope.
important.
Right.
Because I don't care about your guys' modifier. If you roll a natural 1, tell me that you rolled a natural 1, because shit's about to go down.
Yeah. So basically,
Don't ever tell Zach you rolled a natural 1.
Wait, so what's your
If
plus?
nobody tells me, I'm just going to start assuming around filling out fucking bullshit.
So what's your plus to
What
hit,
if we-
Chase?
Plus
with
10.
Yeah, plus 10. Yeah. So when you use Great Weapon Master, it's just a plus 5 instead. That's all.
Okay, yeah.
So
I got
you
10.
got a 10. Yeah. That's fine. All right, cool. So you get a 10.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
Oh.
Actually,
All right.
she's
Because
a
I'm
little
holding
girl.
her.
There we go.
Creepy little girl, but a cool girl
Very
nonetheless.
creepy.
I kind of wonder if we shouldn't kill him.
Don't say that. Don't say things like that.
Let's
got,
kill her.
I did 18 points of damage.
Okay.
In one round, you did 60 points of damage. That is bananas.
I mean,
That's metal, bro.
Level 8 barbarian, bro. It's pretty tame.
So
Wasn't even
that is
raging
actually
either.
very tame.
Yeah, it wasn't raging.
Yeah,
and
it
you
wasn't
rolled low
even
on
that
one.
much, yeah.
So the little girl, Rogar shifts around, and Regis kind of turns a little bit, and Rogar just starts hacking at this little girl, digging these huge welts into her back, but it's still this creature still doesn't seem to be letting go.
Die, you demon monster.
There are
Die.
huge gashes in her back, and like it obviously did some damage, but not like a normal little girl.
Burn it with fire.
Not like a normal child.
Claw attack against you, and she misses. She only rolled a 15. So she kind of like leans back and just slashes at you with what you didn't notice before, with these long, kind of sharp nails, not claws, just nails that are like sharp.
Oh, God.
And again, they make this like screeching nails on a chalkboard sound as she scrapes them against the metal. You guys notice as this is happening, though,
Please
the
no.
whole of the ship starts getting kind of foggy, and it reduces
No.
all of your visibility to 5 feet in front of you.
Fuck.
At the same point, I need everybody to make a 1 second,
Perception?
Mm-mm.
a wisdom saving throw.
I knew it.
Ah,
It's always a
as
wisdom
this
saving
fog-
throw.
As this fog kind of begins to fill up the ship and obscure as you start hearing laughter and the occasional cries and these whispers just kind of inside your head. They seem to be getting louder and louder as the girl gets more frenzied.
Is it like?
Um,
Is it like?
So what you all score on
Question.
a not quite like that.
you want to go through
What's
a
the
thing
question?
or have us yell it at you?
Got a 9.
I got a 26.
Jesus.
Would you call this a
What
saving
are
throw
your
against
stats,
magic?
man?
I mean,
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
I got a plus
Yeah.
9 to wisdom for saving throws.
Plus
Yeah,
9?
it's a saving throw against
Yeah.
magic.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I get advantage then.
I got
Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I get a
Plus.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I also got a 15.
and I got 11.
Okay. So everybody except Rogar. Okay, yeah. So Rogar, these whispers get deafeningly loud in your head, and you kind of feel them boring in and confusing you, and things don't seem to make sense, and just the world just kind of slips away, and all you can hear is these little children's laughter in your ears.
So creepy.
Oh.
Another small shape is going to rush out and take a shot at Aramel.
Just kidding. We should totally kill her and all the rest.
And that is a
Yeah.
19 to hit.
That'll do it.
So, give me 1 second. Let me roll for damage. Damn.
Just remember, if we kill these things, we get the boat.
Do we want the boat? Is there something?
So that's going to be
About the boat.
18 points of piercing damage.
Jeez. What'd she do? Would she bite me or
I
slash
need you
at
to
me?
make and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
What the hell are these things?
Oh boy.
Did she bite me or like claw at me?
So this another small child, completely black except these gleaming white teeth and gleaming claws, sprints
Gross.
out from behind somewhere, you're not sure, but hits you in the side, grabs you by the thigh, and just digs these long interlacing teeth into your leg. What's your strength saving throw?
11.
11. So it struggles and it tries to pull you off feet and doesn't quite get your leg out from underneath you. It just releases a spray of blood splattering on the deck.
Fuck! There's more of them!
Another one is going to another small creature is going to rush out,
How did these things get on the ship?
and that is a 20 to hit you, Galen.
Oh man.
Yes, that hits me.
That hits. All right.
Damn.
Is it like Galen's size? Does it like fucking attack him?
God damn it! I told you we shouldn't have come on the ship.
You did not.
No, that's not even remotely true.
Galen is 3.5 feet tall, if that helps.
Another one comes out,
A
and
fourth one?
it's a little boy, and it just sort of appears in front of you, Galen, and then grabs your shoulders and takes a huge bite out of your shoulder. You can feel these long teeth sinking into your skin.
No.
Make a strength saving throw.
Okay. 14.
Okay. As it pulls back, blood spraying from its mouth, it tries to throw you on the ground, but you kind of resist and keep standing up, and then it just kind of stands there, giggles, and looks straight at you with just these kind of like sunken sockets with flesh over them.
Gross.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you say how much damage you did to Galen? I don't know if you told me.
You did not.
Oh, I didn't.
How much
18
damage?
points of piercing damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right. So,
Clerics.
man, God, this is fucking terrible. So it is going to be your turn to retaliate, Galen.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Well, that just happened.
That just happened and changed everything. Galen is going to smack that little child with a guiding bolt. I think he just goes like.
I'm sorry.
Almost
I'm
like
just
in
imagining you
reaction.
like actually like looking, which is the same height at you, and just fucking slapping them, and then they're just below.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what
Go
happens.
for go for guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt slap. Guiding slap.
So you just like bring your hand up. Fucking.
So we've got 15 plus 6 to hit is 21.
Sorry, what was it? 15 plus 6?
That's 21.
Yeah, my spell attack modifier is 6.
Yeah. So 21. Yeah, that
21.
hits.
Cool. 46 radiant damage. So I think he just smacks him, and then like there's just this like faint glow.
4d6. He has a roll.
46.
4d6.
Oh, okay.
46 damage.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Slap her around the world.
That adds up to 17.
Okay. Right. So
Can he say like "you little
Just like-
shit" as he slaps him?
I'm gonna take your first go, and you're just gonna like throw it, like just like whip it at him,
Okay, fair enough.
because that's what you said you were gonna do the first time. You whip it at him, hits him. You seem kind of get hit by it. And sorry, I was double checking to see if there's vulnerabilities. And it's just the child just kind of like shakes a little bit and then begins to glow with the guiding bolt. What does guiding bolt do next turn? Is it?
It's an advantage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So text against that one. So fog. You guys can hear the sounds of these things going on, but only Rogar and Thuray saw what just happened to Galen. And Thuray also saw what happened to Aramil, and Gregor. And Aramil and Gregor saw what happened to Regis, but like there's this disconnect because of this heavy fog that settled into the ship.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are these attacking from all sides, or are they coming from one particular direction?
You don't know. You only saw one of them hit, or
So
you
I
saw
look-
two of them hit. Sorry.
So I saw the
and
one.
they seem to
oh,
come
the girl-
from you. They seem to come from two different directions, but like
All right.
you
Oh.
heard more sounds back there, and you couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Okay.
So, Gregor, it is your turn though. What do you
Okay.
want to do?
I had another question.
Yeah.
I have the book of Fiendish Anatomy, which gives me it's relevant to this. I hope. Devils, demons, and fiends. I get a +5 to
No.
knowledge checks. No. Nope. No.
As you think back on the knowledge that you gained from reading the book pretty extensively,
These are none of
you
those things.
realize that these are not demons. They're not fiends
Okay.
of any sort. They seem to be something else.
Okay. So first of all, gross. Second of all, I can see two of them.
You can see two of them. You can see the one that attacked Regis and the one that attacked Aramil. So
Okay.
you saw this happen, and you're now torn between
Can
the one
I-
that Regis has like
Yeah.
held
Can
on
I
to him.
can I do a perception check as a bonus action or no?
A what?
Well, what are you trying to do? Tell them what you want to do.
So I'm assuming that I heard what happened with Gabe.
Yeah.
So I was wondering. I have a spell in mind, but it's a full action spell. I was wondering if, as a bonus action, I could try to also see the third one. There's three. Well, I don't know how many there are, but see the one that
There's
Gabe.
three, but you can't see that far back.
Oh,
Even
it's
though-
too far away.
Even though it's now glowing with energy.
Even though it's now glowing, you see a slight glow coming
But I
from
don't
it,
know
but you
what it
can't
is.
see any details. You have
Okay,
no idea
so
who's glowing, what's glowing.
okay, fine. So the two that I can see, I'm gonna cast Bane. Ironically,
Two that you can see?
Bang.
Bane.
Bane.
Okay.
Bane.
Bane.
So up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Wait, I can't do it. Must make a charisma saving throw. If they fail to throw, they have to roll a d4 and subtract that number from any attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
Does that include like your allies?
No.
You said
It's,
charisma saving throw?
15.
Charisma,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, sorry. Charisma saving throw against a DC of 15.
Okay.
And then
Okay. So both fail, and it's a D4.
So now they take a minus D4 to their attack rolls and saving throw rolls.
Okay.
Right.
I can do that.
and wait. I'm trying to see if can I do anything fun as a bonus action. Wait. And
You can scream.
huh?
You could scream.
Flip one of them off.
I can what? Sorry, you guys. Oh, again. Aramil, what'd you say?
You could scream.
I can scream. I probably do scream because it's horrifying, and I have a fear of bugs.
Cool. So you kind of like put your hands up both sides, and this like dark energy kind of seems to seep around them and into them, and you see it kind of take hold, but they seem to still be pretty intent on what they're.
Gross.
The entire time this is going on, you guys can still hear scratching coming from somewhere in the boat.
Oh
Man.
god, we have to find that fucking
Gosh.
thing.
All right. What else is that? All you're gonna do?
I think that's all I can do. Oh wait, I can move, can I? I don't know where I
Yeah,
am.
you can move.
Can you describe sort of, from what I can see, what's my relationship to what's around me and who's around me?
Okay. So towards the front of the boat, you have Regis holding a small creature that just tried to kill him twice,
Right.
and Rogar standing next to him. You have yourself in between those two, beside those two, and with Airmill behind you. Airmill just got his thigh torn into by another small creature, and you cast Bane on both of them. Behind them, you remember that Thuray was back there, but you can't see him easily. Then behind them, you see two small figures and one, and you are spread out about 5 feet in each go.
Okay.
And could you just quickly, is it you said it's fog, but is it like a dark smoke? Does it smell like anything, or does it seem like...
It doesn't. It appears to be kind of like a mist that you would find on the sea.
Oh, okay.
Now that you take a moment, you notice that it smells almost like that slight
Salt water.
sea
Is it-
salt
Yeah.
smell.
Does it taste salty?
You'll have to do further investigation. Your next go.
All right. So my turn, I think, is. Can I make? I'm gonna take a. Oh god, this is a bad decision. I'm gonna move toward the front of the ship if I can still move at all.
Okay, you're within melee range of the one that attacked Airma.
Okay.
So you'll provoke.
So if you move, you provoke an attack.
Oh. I'll do it.
This is the difficulty. I thought about making a map for this.
Yeah, it's
No.
close quarters. We wouldn't
You
really
have
be moving
plus
around
2
too much.
AC, so fuck it.
I know. So I have
Yeah.
18 for my AC right now.
Okay. Are you gonna move?
I am gonna move. I'm trying to find fucking scratchy thing. This is a bad decision.
That is a 20 to hit.
Damn.
Darn.
I thought your AC was
So
18 to start, not 18. with
So
the
it's
shield.
18 if I'm using my shield, but I'm not. I'm using my hammer two-handed.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Maybe that was a poor
Okay.
decision.
Yeah, it's more damage. It's the trade-off.
Yeah.
so there's 14 points of slashing damage, and you need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hang on. 14 points of. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And
damage.
then.
Okay, and I'm gonna try and get this moving a little bit faster because I'm
Sorry,
noticing
I rolled a
that-
14 for my
No, you're
contact
fine. A what?
14.
Okay, you pass. You feel like something kind of seep into your system as this thing slashes at you as you run away, run and around something, and you kind of just shrug it up and kind of ignore the pain that's seeping into your lower back where it scratched you.
Can I do Wrath of the Storm, where when something hits me, I can blow it up with lightning or thunder damage?
Yeah.
Then I do that. Huh?
Okay.
So it hits me, I get sad, and my skin blows up with 2d8 lightning damage.
Skin blows
Okay.
up.
That's a 1 and a 5, so 6. That's really sad.
Okay, better than nothing.
What is it?
6 lightning damage.
Okay. So this thing claws at your back as you're moving away, and you just kind of turn around, and lightning kind of shocks down your arm, and you just throw this bolt of electricity at it. It arcs, hits it, and the creature kind of takes it and just kind of slinks back a little bit back to where it was.
Cricker's so cool.
All right, Airmill, you're go.
Okay, so do I still have visual on the thing that just took a chunk out of my leg?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's right next to you.
All right, well, I'm pissed, so I'm going to attack it with my quarterstaff.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
All right. That is an 18 on the first.
Hits.
And so this one I'm going to kind of just come at it with a side, just bringing the pommel across my body and just right in the side of the head, hopefully.
So the creature kind of pulled back from the. Fuck! Bam!
Mm-hmm.
Take that shot.
Bam!
All right, that's only 4 points of bludgeoning damage on that one. Oh, savage
Okay.
attacker, savage attacker. I'm gonna reroll that dice. Thank you. Okay, so
Okay.
that's 11 instead. Whew.
All right.
That's the first, and then I'm going to spend a key point to attempt a stunning strike on it with that hit.
Okay.
So it has to make a. Hold on, why am I not being able to? It has to make a con saving throw DC 13.
That is a 14.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
Ooh.
So
What I
close.
missed?
So you like hit him, and you hit it like right in the temple kind of socket, and it just like moves just enough that it like cracks, and it just kind of shakes it off, and then screeches at you, its mouth wide open.
Okay, so then one fluid motion. I'm gonna like crack it in the head and attempt that, and as I'm bringing it through, I'm gonna like let go of my one hand and pull my staff back around and do a swipe across with the other side for the second hit.
Make your attack roll.
That's only that's a 9.
It hits.
Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Then I will.
They are children. You get beating the shit out of
Okay.
children.
They're
Fuck
No,
yeah.
no, we're
clearly not
Those are
children.
not kids.
It's like the end of Step Brothers.
Okay. Lick the dog shit. No.
Oh, God.
All right.
It's
So what was the attack roll?
5 points of bludgeoning, and
Okay.
I'm gonna spend another key point to try and stun it one more time. So DC 13. Con save.
I can't tell you guys how
That's
much.
another 14.
Fuck
Oh my
you!
god.
Oh my god. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we're going flurry of blows for sure.
Flurry of blows. All right.
Uh,
Do it again.
yeah. So bonus action, 2 attacks. Yep. That is only a 7.
That does not hit.
Okay. All right. Then last strike. So I think I go for like a punch after I bring my staff up and maybe just mistime the angle or something.
And
And
and the creature kind of like moves a little bit, opening its mouth, and like at the last second you grabbed onto your hand as you went for the strike, and you kind of move it out of the way.
Yeah.
And then I pull back, and as I do, I bring my foot up into like a stance, like my knee up high, and then I just do a kick right into the fucking head. And that is.
Did you make the second?
Yeah,
one?
that's what that'd be my
Okay.
second one, and that's
Okay.
it's a 8 plus 14.
14
To hit.
Nice. Or 14 hits.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the damage roll with that?
So then that is 9 points of bludgeoning.
9 points of bludgeoning. Very nice.
And
All
fuck
right.
it. Key point. Stunning strike.
Do it again. All right. That is a 17.
God damn it. That's 4 key points I wasted on this
Each
fucker.
time you just like aim and you're like aiming for the pressure points, and they just don't seem to be sinking into these childlike creatures as much as they should. Like you're hitting the spots, but the flesh seems almost spongy, and it's almost like it's absorbing some of the damage that might have caused the connections that you needed to do that.
I don't like these
Six points of
things.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's my turn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Therese here.
Okay, that works. I forgot
Oh,
to roll
yeah, I
twice
forgot about that,
initiative, and it's fine. I rolled an 8, so a creature stands up tall, easily twice as tall as Galen, and walks behind you, Galen, and you turn around and you see this thing, and you notice that it is a blood red dragonborn with blood splatters all over it. It's got like a simple tunic on, like a sailor might wear. But as you look at its hands, you notice that its fingers are ground down to bone. All the flesh is removed. And one of the hands just scratches at its thigh. You hear the sickening slash as it pulls and blood seeps down. And it just looks at you and proceeds to breathe fire across the entire line.
Oh.
Wait, this thing appeared in the ship with us? Where are we?
In the fog.
It was hiding behind. It was like hiding behind like another thing. It is going to make a 15-foot cone, so it's going to hit Galen, Thray, and Airmill, and you all need to make dexterity saving throws.
Hey, God.
Galen, Airmill,
Damn.
and
Dang.
Thray. Not fucking make that.
25.
12 for Galen.
25 for Airmill.
So you needed a 12, so you pass. 3 fails, and what did you get, Airmill?
25.
Yeah, you fucking thousand. This fire gets spit out, and Thray is going to take 11 points of fire damage, and you guys are going to both take 5 points of fire damage. So this fire breathes out, and both Galen and Airmill kind of like move out of the way as some of the cone of flames catch everything, proceeding to dodge the majority of it, and obviously the monk has something to do.
Yeah, no, I actually have evasion now, so I don't take any damage. I'm
So you
subjected-
take no points.
Yep.
So you see a flame coming at you, and you kind of like do an acrobatic flip to dodge over the flames aimed at your feet. They pass underneath, and you land back, same spot you were, but taking no damage.
Yeah.
Thray gets caught with it fully, and you hear him just kind of as like his clothes catch, and he's doing it. Oh, but Thray actually has fire resistance.
Say, you're tiefling. Walk it off.
Yeah, right. So it's actually in the stage 5 too. Cool. All right. So everybody just takes fucking 5 except the fucking monk.
Yeah.
However, the fire catches some of the floorboards and some of the objects to either
I
side
knew
on
you were going to
fire,
say that.
and now these boards are starting to catch. Another one steps from the other side of the front of the ship and does the same fucking thing towards you guys from the front. Except as he walks up, he scrapes his bone against the wood, and you finally understand where the scratching was coming from.
Another Dragonborn thing?
Another Dragonborn thing.
Do we even see
And
it?
as you look at these things, their eyes... So, Aramel, you actually can't see it because it's too far away.
Right.
But everybody who's close enough, within 10 feet, you can see that the eyes are glazed over and just not there.
Oh, gosh.
Something super
So,
bad happened on this ship.
You think?
I do.
So,
I really do.
Regis, Rogar, Gregor, and Aramel all have to make another dexterity saving throw.
No, don't
Fuck
make me
this
make
shit,
a dex
man.
check. Oh, wait a minute.
It's a saving throw.
Wait a minute. I have a
Throw
ring.
more.
All right.
Yeah, 25.
I have a
16.
thing.
Okay.
19.
19.
Okay, so I rolled a 6, but when you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use a reaction. I'm using my ring of evasion to succeed
Okay.
it instead.
Okay.
One shard
Yeah, you pass.
down. Huh?
Yeah, no, you pass.
So I'll take half
And
damage.
Monk, Aramel,
15.
15. Okay, so everybody passes. So unless you have like evasion or something like that, you take 5 points of fire damage.
Yep.
and
This time I'd
there
like to
are
vault
more
off the small
fires.
child in front of me and do a backflip over that fire.
Oh, I forgot. You gave me 14 points of horrible damage before, right?
Very nice. All right, so that's cool. That's their attack.
Fuck. Did that one
at
catch
the
anything
front,
on
though, as
fire?
Say again?
Did that one catch anything else on fire?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
There are small flames beginning to grow all over the ship.
Oh, no.
So- question.
It's still at the point where you could theoretically put them out, but you would have to act fast to do so.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So can we see everything now? I feel like the fire would have gotten rid of the whole like fog deal.
Nope. There are glows, but just like headlights in a snowstorm, you
Yeah, I was
can't
gonna
see
say.
fucking shit.
Okay.
You see glowing. You see the fire glowing off to your sides, and like on the
Man.
floorboards, you see this
Damn.
glowing creature in front of near where you knew Galen was, but like you can't see distinct outside of like 5-10 feet in front of you.
This place sucks.
This is the worst.
So that happened, and the dragonborn in the front kind of just like screams, and the ones that are closest, so Regis and Rogar, you see it grab its head and then just go, "Get him out! Ah!" And it just like yells as it grabs its head, and just like you see as it pulls skin and scratches it.
Oh,
Hang on.
no.
Did I see that? Because I've been moving forward to find the scratching noise.
You would have seen that too, yes.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were within that range.
Just had me catch on fire.
Now it's Thray's turn. Thray is now visibly shaking.
I mean,
You see him kind of go, no. Fuck, not again. And he's going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at the Dragonborn that just lit shit on fire.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have words with Ray afterwards for not warning us.
I almost want someone else to roll this for me.
Nope.
2 natural ones.
Alright, one of them hits. One of them fucking hits.
Yay!
That counts,
Yay.
goddammit.
It's pretty good because he couldn't see shit. Unless it was like super close.
Well, he's right next to the Wayland. He's within 10 feet of it, so he can see that one. So he's going to take that shot, and that is going to be a. Where's my? That's the one I'm missing. Son of a bitch. Where's my D10? Oh, come
I'll
back
roll it for
guys.
you. I got a 10.
Or use roll 20.
No, that too. I guess you could do that.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. That is a 10 points of magic damage. Cool.
Magic
Cool.
damage. Force damage.
And that was. All right. Regis, your turn.
Okay, I have 2 questions. 2 quick questions. So if a spell says the next time, it's a bonus action, and it says the next time I hit a creature, if I activate that before I rolled a hit, does that count as
Yes.
the next time I hit it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That's the point, kind of. Like, you can do it
Okay.
first, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
then
also-
second question.
If you, like, were to miss your next attack, it's still, like, in your weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's the point. You can accidentally waste it if you miss.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, no, you
Okay.
can't. You can't. Because this is the next time you
it's
hit.
it's
Oh,
a time.
okay. My apologies. I was thinking.
Oh, so it's just
Was it like
next time I hit.
Thunderous Smite or something like that? One of those attacks?
Yeah.
Branding smite.
Okay, Branding Smite.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
it's the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, it's you like imbue your weapon with the spell, and the next time you hit something. Oh, but like because the spell is the
Gotcha.
duration, so it's within the duration. So I don't know. I think it's like a minute or something, or I don't know what.
Gotcha,
It is.
just making sure.
Which is a lot of rounds. A minute's a long ass time.
So this guy's actually played a paladin, so
My first character.
Second question. I have never grappled something. Can I like still like regularly attack it while I have it grappled?
No.
no,
Okay,
you
what
gotta
can I-
hold on. So you'd have to let it go,
What
but
if you
then
hit
it could run away.
Yeah, basically
Could
when you have a grapple, you use your action to maintain
Yeah.
the grapple.
So if I let it go, is that an action? Or
No, you can just let it go. I mean, and then take your shot, but you
Okay,
can't like
so-
then try to re-grab it that time.
oh, okay, that's fine. So that works. Can I? Yeah. So I'm gonna obviously cast Branding Smite on this little child that I very quickly got attached to. I just want to say.
It's
I'm
been a
gonna
weird
attach.
6 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna attach. I'm gonna cast Branding Smite on my blade,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna let it go. And I'm gonna roll to hit. Shit. So I got a 16.
To hit.
Hits.
Yes.
Hits.
Nice. And then, can I just roll for the second attack also?
No, I mean, so how much damage? Roll your attack damage, real quick.
Okay, gotcha. 1d8. Sorry. So I got 7, 8, 13, 19 for the first attack.
So you said it was a branding smite.
Yes, so
You pull your sword up. You throw this like small little girl down. You bring your weapon up, and as you do, a crimson color magic slinks down the blade, and you bring your sword down, and it just cuts straight through, sternum down,
damn.
cutting this creature in
Cut
half.
that
As it
bitch
does,
in half.
it cuts in half, and it loses a corporeal form. It's still like it's there, but this black chaotic energy kind of just disperses into the environment, and then it's gone.
I don't like
So now you have
anything
a
about this encounter.
movement and another attack if you want to go against something else.
Okay, so if I retreat a little bit, am I within attack range for an opportunity of this like other Dragonborn thing? That's at the front of the ship?
You can definitely make it to the one at the front of the ship. The one at the back of the ship is like you could get there, but you use up your entire, and you'd go through multiple attack ranges. So
No, I'm just saying if I like retreat a little bit, am I within like an opportunity of attack?
if you no.
Okay,
But
cool.
yes, you are. Sorry, my apologies. Because
But from whom?
it like stood up and directly in front of you. That's why I got so many people.
Oh, so wait, I am within an opportunity of
Yeah,
attack.
you are.
My apologies. I misunderstood that.
Fair enough. Then fuck it. I'm just gonna attack it.
Okay.
And that is a Jesus Christ. That is a 23, 16 plus 7.
23 hits.
Okay.
16.
And I'm going to cast a Divine Smite on it.
Nice.
It's just super confusing. I can hear the rain there.
Very immersive.
There's this rain
Yeah,
everywhere.
VR done right.
Okay, I got a 19.
Nice.
19 hits? Or, sorry, 19 was the damage. My apologies.
Yes.
Damn.
I was going through.
Hit that shit.
Yeah. Get him.
So you take just a quick step forward, and you take your blade and shove it into this creature's stomach, and you see as you get closer that it kind of looks like almost withered and weak, and you take that sword and just pull it out the side, and the creature collapses to the ground.
Oh, shit.
Did I kill it?
Yeah.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
They look like they're in bad shape
19
already.
points of damage. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right, cool. So
Cool.
it is going to swing back to Rogar, except Rogar, you are not in control of yourself. So I need you to roll a D8.
Oh.
Well, am I like charmed or frightened?
It's way worse. It's way worse. Oh, it gets charmed. But That's too positive of a word, I think, for what's happening.
No, it is neither of those conditions.
Then it's way worse.
Okay. Want me to roll a d8?
A D8.
Where's d8 at? I got an 8.
Nice.
An 8. Okay.
I don't
Wait,
know if that's
maybe
nice.
not nice. I'm not sure if that was nice. He smiled.
Oh God.
Zach smiled. That was very, very bad.
Roll that D8 again and tell me what you got.
A 6.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay. I got a 10.
Plus,
10.
so 20.
Yep.
Okay. Gregor, what's your AC?
Oh my God.
18.
Oh, 18, yep.
Okay.
No.
Rogar kind of stands there and just kind of wobbles a half second
Alright, this is happening.
and then proceeds to bring up his greatsword and just bring it down against Gregor. It slashes Gregor across the chest, and how much damage does it do, Chase? Assuming not reckless or anything like that, you're not raging, it's just a straight damage roll.
16.
16 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
That's still a lot.
You
And just
big golden bastard.
Leaves a huge slash across Gregor's chest, and then just proceeds to kind of like sit there and just.
I invoke Wrath of the Storm and
Perfect.
Channel Divinity. So
What exactly am I affected by?
It's like a madness of some sort.
this is why you don't
If
have
it
kids.
said charmed
So-
or brained, I would have absolutely let you, but it didn't. So
Yeah. So he hits me and lightning pops out and hits him, and I'm casting because maybe I shouldn't do that for him.
16 points of damage. You
No,
already
I'm not doing that. I actually don't want to hurt him that. But anyway,
No,
so
you said you were going to cast it, and then you were going to use your divine ability, which I know maxed out your spell attack. So how much
Wait,
damage do you do?
what? 16.
You said it. How much
I
damage?
did.
16.
16, and it's also Thunderbolt Strike, so he gets knocked 10 feet back.
Okay. I mean, that's a reasonable response. So,
Sorry,
Rogar,
man.
you do take 16 points of thunder damage, and you get pushed 10 feet back. So now you are
What did I take just now? 16 damage?
10 feet. Yeah. So.
Do I have to make
so,
any kind of like saving throws or anything?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
I don't
Is there a
think so.
saving throw
I
for
mean,
damage?
on
Just damage.
On the madness.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Okay. So you get pushed 10 feet back, so you get pushed away from Gregor. So you are now
So,
10
wait, for
feet
the record,
away, 10 feet away from Regis and 15 feet away from Gregor. Just the way
Wait.
that happened to be set up.
okay. It was like, okay. Okay.
What? What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. Cool. Now it is the little children's turn.
Gross.
Oh, it's playtime, children. The one next to Airmill is seeing the damage done is going to take a shot at Gregor
Wait, what?
and going to take a slash at Gregor's body again because it's angry. Misses.
18. 18. All right. Thank God. Shield of faith for the win.
Its claws just kind of scrape against the chain metal as it kind of tries to dig in, doesn't catch purchase. And everybody except because he's far enough away needs to make another
Except who?
wisdom saving throw.
Everyone except who? I didn't hear you.
Rogar.
Rogar. because he got pushed far enough away.
What is the wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
18.
And the other one misses its attack also. Cool.
I got 11.
14.
8.
8. Airmo. As you see this creature coming up, and you see the one take the shot at Gregor, you start hearing just cries, sobbing, and they seem to resonate inside your skull and call back to something before, something darker in your head, and it just seems to latch onto your consciousness. Cool. The other one missed it attacking its Galen, so that works. It is going to be Galen's turn.
Okay, so Roger was pushed a certain amount of feet away.
Which you
who
can't
can
see
I
because
who can I see is what I wanted to ask you.
you can see Ray and Aramel, and the creature next to you, and the creature next to Aramel.
Okay. So first, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word, and I want to do it on myself, Aramel, and Gregor. Right? Wait, no, Thuray.
Thuray, okay.
Because I can't see Gregor. And that is I'm casting it as a 4th level spell. So that'll be 2d4 plus 3 hit points you get back.
Nice.
Alright, so roll for healing.
So I get 8 points.
8 points.
We all get 8, right?
Very nice.
Oh, do I roll for everybody?
Well, you just roll for the spell, and then
You just
everyone
roll
gets that much.
once. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
Nice. Thanks.
And I have an ability called Spellbreaker,
Okay.
which allows me to, when I restore HP to an ally, I can end one spell equal to or lower than the level of the healing spell on that creature. So if it's a 4th level spell or lower.
Unfortunately, it's not
It
a
ends.
spell.
Oh no!
It is magic, but it is not a spell per se.
It's in the fog, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't fucking know anything about these creatures. They're as creepy as me.
And then,
So-
what
I
else
don't
do I
like you
want?
at all.
Let me. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so what you're gonna say?
I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to do.
Okay. Try and go quick if you don't mind.
Yes, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just trying to get in the fight with one a little quicker.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use Magic Missile,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Go for
do
it.
it one missile for each little fucker.
So one at each of the ones that you can,
yes.
or that are still alive, I should say.
Oh, I get 3 of them. So I'll do 2 of them at the one closest to me, and then one at the one further away.
All right. Roll for attack
Or just roll the damage.
or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Oh,
Roll damage.
that's the wrong dice.
Works.
Yeah, because magic
I
missile
am
just hits.
so
4.
unprepared for this combat.
So 5 damage each dart does.
So 5 damage. So 2 against the one that's next to you. Very nice. And 1 against the one that's next to Ermo. Very cool. All right, Gregor, your turn.
I'm gonna. Oh, so I shout out to everyone, guys. We need to find the thing that's causing the fog and causing all this crap to happen. Help me find it. So I'm moving. I'm gonna move towards. Why are you looking at me like this?
Where are you moving towards?
I'm trying to move towards where that sound was coming from, which you said was toward the front of the ship.
It was just it was the sound of whatever the dragonborn scraping its fleshless finger bones against wood.
Ah,
Which
You know
I
what the
killed.
scratching was.
gotcha. I have a question.
Yeah.
If I use something like Shatter or Thunderwave, is it possible to blast a hole in the side of the ship?
Yeah. But then
Okay.
you're blasting a hole inside the ship.
But if we're on the second level, we should still be above the water. Slash, I don't care that much because this is a horrifying nightmare from which I will do almost anything to escape.
Just a sinking ship now.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. What's around me right now? What and who is around me right now?
Okay, so you saw Rogar get pushed away. Regis in front of you. He just killed the small child and the Dragonborn. Aramel is behind you. He is still getting attacked, as were you a second ago. Thray is behind you further, and then behind that, you know that Galen is back there. I think that's glowing, but that's it.
Right. So is anyone within 15 feet of me?
What?
Is anyone within 15 feet of me? I've been trying to move around, I guess.
Basically, Rogar, Regis, and Aramel are all within, and Thray and Galen. Everybody's within. Actually. What you gonna do, bud?
I know.
Gotta pick.
Okay. For the moment, can I see any of the bad guys?
Yes, you're gonna see the one that's next to Aramel and you.
Yeah, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna. So, question: the spiritual weapon says it's a bonus action, but I'm not sure if that means casting it as bonus action or using it a second time as a bonus action. Because it says in the description you can use it, you can attack with it a second time as a bonus action.
What does it say that at the very front of the spell? What does it say?
Bonus action.
It'll say casting time.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's just a bonus action.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast.
You still have movement, a bonus action, and an action.
All right, so I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Woo.
I'm gonna try to run away from everyone towards the side of the boat in a direct, like if possible, in a direction that's far from. If possible, to move into a place where one of the bad guys is within 15 feet of me and no one else is. That's where I want to run to.
Is that anywhere?
The ship is 20 feet wide, and I don't know how deep or how long.
I mean,
because everybody's in the center, so they're all within 10.
Oh, God.
If you ran all the way back, you might be able to get within the Dragonborn, but you take multiple attacks of opportunity. No, sorry, one attack of opportunity. You could run all the way back towards behind Galen, and get the Dragonborn, but again, you can't really see what's back there, so you don't know.
All right, and then I'm also going to cast create destroy water, which says you may destroy a fog in a 30-foot cube within range.
Say again?
Create destroy water says I can destroy fog.
Fog is water.
I don't know what this is. I'm hoping it's actually fog. It smells like water.
And how far, like, what's the range? Like, how much of it can you make? Hang on. Destroy?
I'm going to go big. 40-foot cube. So a cube 40 feet on the side.
So, until your next turn, the fog dissipates. And you guys can fully see what is going on with you right now. So the battlefield is clear for this round.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you also casted spiritual weapon. Where are you going to place that one?
Next to the thing attacking Aramil.
Okay. And unfortunately, I don't think you can attack.
No, I don't think so. Wait. I think you're right, but
I thought you could, but I don't know.
Huh? I think. When you cast this spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Yeah, so you can attack when it comes out.
Hang on, Zach. I think we lost your audio.
Yeah, we lost you,
yeah.
Zach. Quick vamp.
So salty.
I hate this boat. I hate bugs.
Really
I hate
this contact Discord about this. All right, quick. So, what'd you get for your melee spell attack roll? Roll, bitch.
Nat 20.
Woo! That's a natty
Yeah.
20 right there.
Roll attack damage and double it.
All right, 1d8 plus 4, so that's a 4, 8, 12 damage.
12
Oh,
damage.
force
Very nice.
damage. I'm sorry, I know it took a long time.
What is your spiritual weapon, out of curiosity? Because it can be
Yeah,
any
what's it
form
look
you
like?
want.
It's another hammer.
Nice.
Not a
I like
warhammer, just a
hammers.
hammer.
Or it's like a big
Okay.
fist.
I can fix it.
Animal, roll a d8.
6.
Roll another d8.
1.
You are going to... What's your walking speed?
45.
Okay, so your eyes kind of glaze over as you just hear these voices and you just start walking. You don't know why, but you feel like you need to just walk, and you just walk straight forward. You kind of bump into Gregor and Regis as you go first. You almost stumble over the body of the Dragonborn in front of you and the body of the small girl, but you just walk over them and you make it basically into the front of the boat. You kind of notice that it's sloping up, and you just kind of stop. And that's your turn.
Oh, cool.
Galen, sorry, not Galen. Your turn. The one.
Dragonborn, I think.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the dragon.
Mike has his head inside my lamp right now.
He's a partier.
Yeah, right. The Dragonborn at the back is going to take 2 attacks at Galen with his bony, almost sharpened finger bones. And 17.
My armor class is 18.
Nice.
Okay, so actually misses both of them. Both of them, he kind of like steps forward and doesn't really paying attention. Just makes these slashes at you, and the bone just scrapes across across your armor. Doesn't dig in or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is Thray's turn. Thray is going to take 2 shots at the creature that is directly next to you, Galen, since you just turned around for this. And again, going to be 2 Eldritch Blasts. Actually, yeah, it's going to be 2 Eldritch Blasts. And both of them hit.
Nice.
Plus 13 points damage on the first, and an additional 19, so 24 points of damage against the one that's next to you, Galen. So it takes 2 blasts of Eldritch energy and kind of like gets back up, and you see 2 smoking holes in its body. Regis, your turn.
Okay.
Go.
Is,
We're going to try and go fast, guys, okay?
All right. Was the small child next to Aramil still alive? That
Yes.
was next to Aramil? Okay,
Yep.
can I just turn around and, like, go to attack that?
Go for it.
All right, I'm going to just attack.
Okay.
Plus 7, 26.
Hits.
Nice.
Okay, and I'm just going to use on the spell slot to do Divine Smite.
Okay.
I got... Sorry, 12 damage.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm just going to attack again. Got 18. I'm going to spend...
That hits.
I'm just going to do a regular attack.
Okay.
Man. And that is just a 9.
So you quick run back after taking down these 2 enemies. You turn around, you see what's going on, and just do an attack that comes up as Irma walks by, you run by him and you take the slash at this little child and cut this one in half also.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's, like glowing with radiant light as you do so. Do you have anything else you can do?
Mm-mm.
He can drink. Look at that guy go.
Nope.
Nope. All
Not
right.
today, sir. I can't drink though.
Rogar, you gain control of yourself, and come back. You see
I
that
do.
the area is now open. You can see what's going on. There's no fog. What do you want to do?
What's the nearest thing near me?
The creature that's next to Galen.
Probably gonna run up and attack that creature with rage.
Ooh.
Yeah, she would like that.
Very complex
All right.
decision.
Make your attack roll. Do it.
All right.
Kill
You're,
the lady closest to me.
great weapon master also.
Okay.
So,
Whew. Dangerous game you're playing.
got a 13.
13 does hit.
Oh, nice.
All right. Roll for damage.
What's that? 22.
22. So you just rush up. You are angry. You do not like things inside of your head. You bring that great sword up. It drags and breaks wood off of the ceiling as you bring it down and just cut this small boy monster in half.
Boy,
Fuck you, little boy.
And please don't ever say that on the stream again.
Yeah, that was gross. Hey, that's all of
I
it,
know
right?
that's not what you meant, but
Wow. Pretty
anyways,
weird
so
mind.
you cut this
thoughts you
fucker in
had there.
half. You cut this fucker in half. It splits and just falls. There is the one dragonborn left standing.
that is three small children that have been cut in half tonight.
Fuck yeah.
I mean,
Weird.
technically
Weird when you
they're
say it like that.
monsters.
Please.
Mm.
I made this
Split those
encounter and I
kids in
feel
two.
weird about now.
So really, this is your
so much worse.
This is my own
Okay.
fault. I'm sorry. I feel really strange about this,
Zach,
actually.
maybe you need to go talk to somebody or something.
Do you have another attack, or is that it?
I do. How far away is the dragonborn though?
Actually, it's within range. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it's right next to you.
So I will attack that dragonborn with just a normal attack.
Okay. Still
Got
raging,
a
obviously.
20.
So,
Yep, sorry, 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That is 11.
How do you want to do this?
Woo!
I just want to I do a vertical, chop it in vertically across the body, and as far as I
So-
can, and kind of just scream at it.
You take,
Well done.
you just grab your sword, just one-handed, fuck it, just brings it up and just cuts this other dragonborn in half. It flops over, blood and guts spilling everywhere. Its mangled body now cut in two, and Rogar just screams. It's this large, angry sound filling the boat. And that's where we're going to take a break real quick, because I really don't. So,
Oh,
Okay,
right,
okay.
quick break.
BRB.
Cool.
You're me.
we're back.
technical problems.
All
And
right.
we're back?
Yeah.
Cool.
Technical
Sorry about that.
difficulties.
We had technical difficulties.
A
Tyler
lot of
disappeared. I disappeared. It was bad. Discord hates us.
Yeah.
It happens.
Hates them specifically.
Anyways. Yeah, I actually have lots of problems with this. So you guys kill the enemies. There are fires starting around you.
Damn.
What are you gonna do?
Cast create water to make it rain and put out the fire.
What kind of range you got?
Whose turn is
30
it?
feet cubed.
30 feet cubed. Okay. You can take out 3/4 of the fire.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Be that way.
I fucking plan on it.
Guys, I guess we should go downstairs, shouldn't we?
I'm just gonna
So,
start to
you
pat
do
out the
that?
fires.
Wait, we could leave.
We could leave. We could leave the boat and let it burn to death. In
Rogar,
fact, we could burn
Rogar
it
takes
faster.
out some torches. Sets them on fire. I like that
Well,
idea.
while this is going on, you see Thray kind of take it and put his hands in his head
Oh no.
and take something out of his pocket
I'm ready
and
my
like,
weapon.
jam it into his thigh and
No.
presses down in a plunger.
He has an EpiPen?
And then you see him stumble forward, and he kind of looks at you guys and he goes, I need help finding something. And he
I run up
takes
to him
his
and
hands out. He pulled out another one of these syringes, just kind of behind him as he stumbled.
Zach, we lost your audio.
Australia.
It went out with like a spurt.
He gets so mad.
Yeah.
So
I
much
saw the
drama.
cat get like, oh fuck.
So upset.
Goddamn motherfucker!
Hey, it's you.
Wow.
We are a professional operation.
I apologize
so
to our
he
listening
holds the thing
audience
up
for this
behind
spill.
him. And then that's when we lost you.
Seriously, it's a goddamn shit show. So Thray starts stumbling toward the front boat, and he says, I've got to get rid of it. Just... And he, like,
Get rid of-
stumbles towards the front of the boat and holds out a syringe, like, behind him as he stumbles forward.
I want to run up and take the syringe out of his hand.
He kind of looks at you, and he goes, use it before we go down.
On you or on me?
You.
I
Not really
generally
like
As you
Okay.
guys, now that you guys are gonna kind of getting closer to that entrance down, the whispering is getting louder in your heads.
So not the fog.
I'm confused. Is everything dead?
Everything's dead.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Yeah, we kill all the bad
There's just
stuff.
something
Yeah,
down
everything's
below.
dead.
I'm like,
the
wait a minute. There's still things.
The fog has not come back.
Okay.
You guys, the fires are still kind of burning a little bit. Most of them were taken out. But Rogar pulled out more torches, so Thray's trying to do this fast.
All right, so
Torches.
everybody follow me, and I jam the thing into my thigh and inject myself with whatever.
As soon as you do, you
Black
feel
tar
like you are
heroin.
fucking hammered.
I feel
Nice.
drunk.
You feel drunk,
You just got
like
drugged.
completely.
Great.
Thray's the worst kind of
Thray
pusher.
like gets over to the stumbles and like gets over to the stairs, and he takes out another like a pouch and unrolls it, and there's like 3 or 4 more syringes down there,
Is this why Thuray drinks?
and
Cover this
he
later.
leaves them out and then just disappears down below deck.
All right.
Why are we
I
going
took
down
one-
below deck? Do we really care?
Why are
Yeah,
we
let's just leave.
Thuray's down there now. We have
why
to
are
get
we
him.
stabbing
Shit.
random things into ourselves?
All right. Everyone take one of these things. Or I
Alright.
guess am I
You
like-
guys don't. Like I said, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, now we have to
Thray's
go get
down there,
Thuray.
though.
All right, well, I'm gonna trust the ray. I'm just gonna grab a syringe, stab it into my thigh, and follow after
I'm
him.
gonna go downstairs and I charge down the stairs.
All right, so you guys, as soon as you do
Two party
charges,
members down
again,
there.
you feel like you have just taken fucking like 6, 7, 8 shots just slammed him.
Big guy, I can do it.
I'm going Pulp Fiction
But
straight to the heart.
As you got closer, you got closer, you heard these whispers in your head growing, getting louder, and as soon as you did that, they sort of dimmed.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like someone's took and stuffed cotton in your ears. Like they're there, but they're not loud. They're not grabbing into your consciousness. So you three slip below deck. As you get down there, you see Thray kind of like throwing open crates. The deck below is pretty dry, but there are crates everywhere, sacks of of goods, all sorts of stuff, and Thray is just like tearing them open, just searching as fast as he can through everything.
Can I try to find anything that looks like it could be anything other than a basic commodity?
Yeah, make a investigation check. Is anybody dealing with fire upstairs?
Dealing with fire what?
No? Everybody just running or coming down?
Dealing with, what'd you say, dealing with what?
Okay,
The fires
question.
upstairs.
What is everybody doing?
Sorry,
Let's do that
we just
first.
didn't hear you. Your voice gets choppy a lot.
Yeah, I didn't
Is it
understand.
really?
what you
I'm
said.
sorry.
No, but, so he asked, "What are you guys doing? Who went upstairs?"
What is everybody doing?
I went after Thray with.
Okay, you went after
Regis and
Thray.
Gregor.
I went after
Did
Thray.
you use the syringe or
Yeah.
no? Okay,
I went
Yeah, he-
full Pulp Fiction right into the heart.
right in the heart, drunk immediately. Okay.
Dies immediately.
Ah!
Hit points to 0.
All right, Galen, what are you doing?
Galen is going to take the syringe but not use it yet. He's going to run over and try to put out the fires with his cloak.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Same kind against magic again?
Yeah.
Okay, I get a 21.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you pass. You hear the whispers, but they don't. It's kind of a distant almost.
You're like, shut up, whispers.
Rogar, what are you doing?
Kind of look over at Galen. I guess, can you stab me with one of those needle things?
I don't like sharp objects.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Where would you like it?
Wherever. Here, I still have 2 torches in my hand.
Okay.
I just kind of like pull his scales apart in a certain part of his leg and just like jab it in there and squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know why.
Right from the groin.
Rogar, you are drunk. You still have movement left. What are you gonna do?
Well, how drunk am I?
You are fucking hammered.
On a scale
Woo!
from 1 to drunk.
Well,
He is a solid 9.
probably
Okay.
stumbling
Not that
downstairs then. Probably
You're
I
a
dropped torches on the
sham
ground.
Okay,
Maybe
that's
not.
fine.
Maybe
They're not
not.
lit.
No, they're lit. Definitely lit them before
Okay,
before
so
we started stabbing
most
ourselves with needles.
Most of them you dropped in the rainy area. However, Galen, now you have an additional 2 torches, as well as
What if-
2 fires to put out. You to put out 1, so now you have 2 torches and an additional fire that you have to put out.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and put the
Uh,
other one out.
Gregor
Walk
is
downstairs.
downstairs. Did you make your investigation check?
12.
Okay. So you look and you are pulling things open, tearing through. It just seems like typical merchant's goods, but Thray is not giving up. Regis, what are you doing?
I am going to start just hacking and slashing boxes open, see what I can find.
All right, make an investigation check.
Alright. Alright, that's terrible, but...
Roll it really high.
I got a 6.
He closes his eyes and just
You're
swings
breaking
around.
things open. You can do a few things, but like your sword gets stuck in the wood at one point, and it kind of gets like you spend most of your round just trying to get your sword out of this crate.
No.
Man.
And Aramo, what are you doing?
I'm just following Theray's lead. I'm only really down here to follow whatever
Okay,
he's doing.
are you drunk?
I mean, I stabbed
Yeah,
myself
you
with an
def-
EpiPen, so I don't know
Oh,
what that
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are you going to search the hold like the rest of these guys are?
means. What are we searching for? I have no idea.
We don't know.
Just start searching.
Nobody actually knows. Thray goes.
Thray, I'm asking Thray. Thray, what are we doing? What are you doing?
Look for something filled with black liquid.
All right.
And he breaks up another, like, takes his hand and just, like, busts open another crate and, like, reaches it and just kind of, like, swirls his hand around and then, like, pushes the crate to the side.
Okay. I'll start looking for something that matches that description.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
9.
You're going through tons of the stuff in the hold. You're not finding anything.
We're really drunk, huh?
We're also really drunk. Yeah.
Well, that hasn't fully kicked in yet. Technically, you guys should be poisoned, but that's next round. So,
Okay.
Galen.
From 6 shots, we're gonna be
I want to put out the other fire, the last fire, with my cloak. Oh, I can't hear you.
Zach, we lost you again.
He
I feel like Zach is gonna actually like throw his computer into a garbage disposal.
should. Get a new one.
I feel like when Rogar gets hammered, he just wants to find food. So maybe I'll just.
He's just so hungry.
Okay, I'm
Where's
just
my
using
burger?
the microphone on my computer.
Okay.
We're gonna try this. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Not that bad.
I mean,
So,
let's go here.
so Galen puts out another fire. The other two get a little bit bigger. They haven't grown in size yet, so you still have time to Galen. Okay.
Wait, there's 4 fires?
I thought you said you had one left.
Rogar dropped 2 torches on fire
Oh.
on the
Oh,
ground.
they were lit?
In addition to the other side that was on fire also.
Gotcha.
So
Why
Just
do we
burn
do
out
3
fires.
fires, not 2 like there should have been.
It's all
I
good.
mean, I was gonna burn down the ship, but then we all.
That
sank.
was your plan. And you would have had you not dropped them in a wet area that Gregor had left. Gregor just makes all the areas wet.
As I said, the wording.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Gregor has just like a
You
bunch
should
of
feel good
newspapers
about
in the
that.
corner.
Alright. I make
Baldness
shit
really
get wet.
gets in the
Okay. So, we're going to go through this again, real quick. Gregor, what are you doing?
Oh, can I keep looking for the thing?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll do
But make
that.
it with investigation check with disadvantage.
Well, you suck.
Yep.
That's oh god. 8.
Okay. You look, you're not quite finding it. You guys are starting to whittle down what's left down there, though. Like, it's starting to, you guys are really making actual progress, moving as fast as you are. Regis, what are you doing? Still
Can
searching?
can I see anything obvious around me?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Well, I got a natural 20, so.
Nice!
With disadvantage because you're drunk.
Oh,
Alright.
no.
Alright, well, I got a natural 4, so.
Before. You look and nothing exactly seems to the place, but you do notice, like, you're really paying attention to what's been broken open to and searched and what's not. So your next investigation check is not a disadvantage, it's just straight.
Oh,
Okay, can I make that?
no.
No, it's next turn.
Damn it.
Aramil, what you doing?
Just we'll keep looking.
Just keep looking.
Sure.
You actually asked what you were looking for, so just do a straight roll.
7.
Why are we so
7?
bad at this?
Well, sorry. Yeah, you guys are actually rolling really terribly. So, again, you guys are whittling down all the possible places. Things are getting thrown over. There is grain and rice and all sorts of different stuff that,
Fuck this boat!
good actual, like, things that you could sell for a decent amount of coin that it had been abandoned or whatever happened on this boat. But you've whittled it down now. Rogar, what are you doing?
Well, I probably stumbled downstairs. I'm pretty
Okay.
hungry, so probably gonna be looking for some food. See any? You said there was grain and rice.
There are edible things.
Any
Edibles.
or anything?
Huh?
Is there any meat down here?
There, you happen to see one like crate of like dried meats.
Or probably just gonna open that and start eating out of it.
Are you high or drunk?
I love it.
Drunk.
Oh, I love it.
Roger,
Okay, so you do that. You just kind of sit down. Everybody's just like frantically searching. Thray is like losing his shit at this point.
Really?
And yeah, Thray seems like
hysterical?
frantic about this, like hysterical. He's obviously drunk because like things are like he's sluggish, but he is like quickly like doing his best to like quickly move and search through stuff. All right, Galen, again, what are you gonna do? The two small fires have now built into two large fires, so you're going to have to put extra effort into getting them out.
Well, how close were these torches to each other? Is it just one big fire?
I mean, pretty close. I mean, I just dropped them on the ground.
Okay, well, the question is, there was one on one side, one on the other, and then he dropped two in the center. Did you go to the other side, or did you go to one of the torches?
I definitely left the torches for last because that was like the
Okay.
least dangerous looking one.
Then the two torches are just like one bigger fire that seemed to be kind of catching on the bottom. It's not catching as fast. You could probably get them both out in one go. So you just
Okay.
take your coat and head them out.
Putting out fires.
Cool. No more
Let's do it.
fire.
Yes.
It is wet. It is gross. There is blood everywhere. Small demon children like that disappeared and like they formed like this black mist, black goo that kind of like dissipated into nothing. So there's no bodies of the creepy children, but there are two bloody dragonborn bodies down there on top of the previous blood stains. So you do that.
Can I use my movement to run down the stairs, or am I too far away?
You can make it to the top of the stairs.
Okay, I do that.
Cool. Greer, what are you gonna do?
I'm rolling and I'm looking for that fucking thing again. Oh, come on. Another 8.
So close. You don't quite find it. You are knocking over the last couple barrels. Don't quite find it. Regis, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna roll for investigation since you said I don't have to deal with the disadvantage.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Hold on, let me look at my skill.
Roll a 20.
Jesus Christ, I got a 13.
Okay.
Hooray!
You take and like bash it open one crate. You tear it open. You're seeping down through like this grain, and you get tired. You get angry, and you just kind of like flip it over. And beneath it, you find this large crystal like gem, and inside it there was a purest black liquid. And as you look at it, it just, the voices and the whispers and the cackles just seem to grow so loud, even with the the feeling that you have cotton stuck in your ears.
Can I like turn to like hold it up and then like turn to Thray and be like, what do I do?
Thray rushes over, grabs it, and just runs towards up the stairs.
I follow him.
Follow.
Follow.
Everybody that wants to follows. Thray literally sprints to the front, up onto the deck. He throws it. And even as drunk as Trooper, you see, and he just takes an Eldritch Blast and fucking throws this bolt of black energy, and it hits the crystal. There's a spray of liquid, a screech like someone screaming, and it just drops to the water below.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
The fuck
Yay.
was that?
There are no more whispers. They immediately cease as soon as it's broken. Everybody has full control again, except you guys feel a little drunk. Because the
Mob.
injections.
Yeah.
Mop.
Mob.
Mob.
Mob. Mob.
Ray just like collapses against the railing.
What the hell was that?
I'm gonna give Thray a hug.
Thray, like, doesn't push you away, doesn't anything. He just kind of sits there and, like, pulls up his legs.
What was that thing?
Makes him heavy. Thray, like, looks down at the blood below him and gets up and kind of, like, gets up towards the top of the deck and finds a relatively clean patch at the top of the stairs, like, leading up to, like, the wheel to steer the ship. He takes out his little cask and he just, like, chugs for a second. Goes. So lots of people have bad families. Family's kind of supposed to fuck you up. Takes another swig. Mine is worse. They're not just pirates. When I grew up, we worshipped something called Tavesh Ru Ata. It roughly translates from infernal, and it means the shadow beneath your boat. As far as I can tell, as far as I can find out, it is something left over from creation. It is chaos and madness incarnate in a form that doesn't make sense. It is a shadow and nothing at all and formless. And when I came of age, I made a bond with it.
What do you mean, bond?
In my fleet that I grew up in, there are games of sort, and when you win, if you survive, you get to form a relationship with it. And I thought that I wanted it. I thought it was a good thing, that it would make me strong, but it did not. It is a monster. And I left. I don't can't do it. All it wants is madness and insanity spread. It doesn't want the world to work. It just wants pain and everything bad. Frey kind of like pulls his knees up to his chest and kind of like holds a fetal position, and he just. And so I ran. I ran. I should have stayed. I should have tried to stop them, but I ran. And that thing followed. There's quiet, and then you all hear in your head, not out loud. Ray's mouth isn't moving, just in your head you hear his voice, and he says, I get things from it that I don't want. But the biggest thing is that it wants me back. It wants me to do things. And the whispers are constant, and they echo and they scream, and I know they're not real, still there all the time. And I can't. I don't know if I can hold them back anymore. I don't know if I can do them. And he just curls up at this point. He just kind of leans against the side and just holds himself.
Galen runs over and hugs him.
Man, what did we just kill?
Does
It was just a drop of Taresh in a crystal. My family planted them on boats to drive sailors insane. I didn't know that's what it was when we got here until we got below deck, and then everything went to shit. I'm so sorry. I should have told you guys. I should have never let you have been exposed to it.
Well, now that we know it's there.
And that's not under your control anyways. There's nothing you could have done that would have prevented this.
This
No,
isn't
but I
your
could have
fault.
warned you. I could have given you some idea of what was there, what might be in the ocean trap. I could have given you some idea, but
Hey,
I just let it happen. I can't. I don't know what to do about it.
What do you want to do about it?
Run. Honestly, I just want to fucking run.
is there a place you can go? Like, if you get onto like a mountaintop, far away from the sea.
I'll still hear it.
is there like a wellspring of this, or like a source where it comes from?
Somewhere deep, somewhere that hasn't seen the sun for millennia. I don't know.
Let's get off this fucking boat.
We
And
should probably get Rogar to sit downstairs. Eating.
He's just eating.
Hey, Thray, what were those fucked up little kids?
Just after images of victims that it's consumed.
Of victims? Those. Okay.
So kids.
Anyone. It'll take anyone, anything. It doesn't care. The only reason I haven't lost my mind so far is because, and this is no offense to you guys, but we have caused so much fucking chaos. It has
Makes a
been
lot of sense.
content so far. 3-4 weeks with no sustenance for me. We need to get up this boat fast. That's it.
All right.
Okay. Nothing really of value here, so let's go.
There's a lot of stuff of value here, but let's go anyway.
Let's get
See
into
if you
it.
can. Thray kind of looks at it. It's just like, see if you can find anything of value. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, you get off the boat.
Take care of you.
And Thray like gets off and like slides down the railing and is like on his boat by the wheel, like trying to be busy, with stuff.
All right. So the rest of us, let's move some
Would you
stuff
guys,
from the hold that we didn't break
Would
into
you
our
guys
ship.
say we're sober now?
No, not even a little bit. It's been like 5 minutes.
Damn.
Man, I'm drunk for this gut wrenching shit. Fuck.
Right?
Alright, so
And all of you need to make wisdom saving throws to deal with shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so, what are you guys gonna do?
gonna
well,
check around for valuables.
I'm gonna
Well,
get
Yeah.
you guys
Let's
come
be quick.
downstairs.
Yeah,
There
try
should
to
be alone right
Rogar
now.
kind of stumble back upstairs.
I'm imagining Rogar stumbling back upstairs with just like an armful of dried meat. Just fucking, like, just
What did I
fucking-
miss?
I found it.
Has some meat, but then you see some smoke coming from down below deck.
Rogar, what did you do?
I burned this bitch.
You could have waited until we got off.
Everybody left.
I think
Wait, so the boat is burning
All
right
right, there
I
are
think we should burn
flames.
down the boat.
There are flames now popping out of that hold and smoke starting to pour out.
Yeah. Going.
That makes sense.
Anybody who's looking for valuables?
No one, I guess. Wait, you mean like
Regis.
before?
Regis,
Yeah.
make an investigation check with disadvantage because
fuck.
there is fire pouring into the boat and you're also drunk, so it's fine.
Triple
But
disadvantage. Roll 3 dice. Take the lowest.
thank God that's not a thing.
Ah,
I know, right?
fuck. Alright, well, I got a 10.
Okay, you do manage to find some quick coin pouches beneath some of the hammocks. You get roughly 15 gold and a weird-looking bracelet.
Ooh.
Put it on. Put it on.
Galen is being the dad friend and pushing everyone who's on the hull or on the deck off the deck and onto our boat.
Okay.
Already there.
Thring's disconnected the boats at this point, so it's like he's like holding like has a single grappling hook and like holding it together, but like he's ready to go.
Okay, I'm encouraging everyone to get on the other boat as fast
Okay.
as
Jumping
possible.
on the boat.
I get on the boat.
As this is all happening, the storm seems to pick up. You all see a single crack of lightning, and far ahead of you, you see a massive island with mountains and other stuff just kind of there.
So the island we're looking
But
for.
just in the single flash of lightning, you see this.
Hang on.
Yeah.
How far away from the island? Is it like a day or like an hour?
Like
We don't know.
a few hours.
Okay.
On the horizon.
I really want to call lightning down and blow up the ship.
Okay, wait, because Galen waited until everybody's off the boat. Is everybody
Yeah,
off the boat?
yeah. Sorry, I was gonna
Okay.
wait until I was off the boat.
Galen goes last off the boat to our boat.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody gets off the boat. Gregor puts his hand up in the air. The clouds kind of just thicken just a small amount, and lightning strikes each of the masts, splintering them. The cloth of the sails fluttering down as things catch fire. The boat itself begins to burn. Various things start popping and snapping as more lightning. There are wooden shards flying everywhere as you guys proceed to pull away from this large, apparently haunted boat.
Yeah.
Thray is at this point making tons of corrections. You can see him frantically tools, different sorts of things, and he is into that frantic mode that he was before. And he looks at you guys and he says, you see him pull the wheel and try to cut into the wind. A huge gale has pulled behind you, is pushing you forward towards this island, and he pulls against it, trying to get you out of it, to try to cut across the wind. And you don't seem to be making any headway, and then he flips it back and tries to do the same thing the other direction. And the entire time, this wind just picks up, it's just howling, growing louder, and Thray is desperately trying. After 15-20 minutes of cutting back and forth, you guys steadily getting closer to this island. Thray looks at all of you and he says, I don't think I can stop this.
Brace for impact.
I think we are getting on the island one way or another.
Let the winds take us where they
Another
may.
15-20 minutes pass. The waves are getting larger on each side, 10 feet. This little boat is, Thray is doing a job. He is keeping it steady as best he can, not flipping the boat. The waves get taller, 15 feet. Thray is riding these waves as best he can. They are flashing one way. Next minute, they are coming the other. 20 feet. You guys are feeling this gut-wrenching feeling as everything is getting more and more intense. Lightning striking the water around you. You're getting closer, much faster than any of you probably would like to be getting, but you are hurtling towards this island. You're at the point now where the lightning strikes are more frequent, and you can see that on the island it appears to be pine trees and maybe some lights, but nothing that you can really see well. Things get worse. Higher waves. The winds are literally screaming past your ears, pulling you forward. Thray is looking like he's panicked at this point. He is holding on tight. He has told you guys to lash yourself to parts of the boat so that you can not be thrown overboard, or to get underneath but be ready to bail if necessary.
Gregor
Gregor throws it over the side. It lands in the water, and then that water gets splashed back into the boat.
Gross.
I like to imagine like he runs over to the edge and like goes, "Whoa," and a wave just goes.
Like spinning into the wind.
It is madness. It is like no storm you guys have ever seen. Thray is obviously just panicked by what's going on. Does not know what's happening. You're all drunk, doing your best to handle everything that's going on right now. But it's just madness. There's no other word for it. It is chaos incarnate. And things get worse and worse. You are maybe a couple miles offshore. You can see now actual lights. There seem to be buildings on the shore. You see pine trees and firs. You can make out the general shape of things, but you're not sure if you're actually going to make it. There are lightning strikes all around you, and finally one massive lightning strike hits the deck. A deafening boom hits the deck, a bright burst of blue and white light. And as wood splinters, as it is thrown outwards, you see a woman standing next to Gregor. And you hear her, all of you, as her dress flows around her, over the crashing waves, over the lightning, over the howling wind. You hear and she goes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... My own power is being used against me, and she grabs Gregor, and Gregor's hand glows. And you feel as the boat tips forward and a wave pushes everything, kind of almost slows down in slow motion, and she looks at you, Gregor, and in a voice only you can hear, he says, "I'm so sorry."
What?
And the boat flips and crashes into the water. After that, it is water and current and tingling electricity and darkness, and that's where we're gonna enter the stream.
We all died.
Ah!
TPK!
No.
Everybody's dead.
So that's
Wow.
how that goes. My apologies for
Right.
so much narration,
No,
but I
that's
really
great.
wanted
That
to
was
get it
awesome.
right.
That was awesome.
So,
We're all gonna end
Yeah.
the story just like the whole thing, just traumatized to hell with everything. Like,
I mean, I feel like that's every D&D story ever. It's like, hey, we're gonna want to go on an adventure? Yeah, okay, sure. I'm fucked up as much as the next guy. Might as well. And then you get to the end and you're like, wow, I thought I had problems before. I need so much therapy after this.
So much.
After children with mouths for faces.
More, yeah, children with mouth for faces.
That's a good.
I have like this
visual.
very vivid idea in my head too of what they look like, and like I wish I had artistic talent to like show you. Like,
I'm kind of glad you don't. 'Cause I don't want to see it.
I'm happy not knowing.
Sounds like nightmare fuel.
it is nightmare fuel. It absolutely is nightmare fuel, and I'm concerned that my brain came up with it.
I mean,
That I was like, what's a way to make a child creepy? And I was like, well, no eyes, obviously. Like,
and then
Removing facial
shark
features
mouth,
is
shark
usually-
mouth.
and I was like, well, obviously, if we're gonna go with that, we shouldn't have a nose either.
I mean,
And then I was like, well, if that's the case, should they have like, should their mouths be larger? Like, because they have nothing else on their face.
I'm kind of
Yeah, no, and they should make them come back real far, like a fucking demented Pac-Man, and
Waka waka.
it'll be fine.
Waka waka your fucking face off.
Waka waka waka.
I'm a little surprised that D&D doesn't have more of a like a traumatized feature. I'm serious. Like all the monsters are
Oh,
horrifying.
they are genuinely horrifying. And
Yeah.
there actually are features, as Alec just said. I'm sorry, I'm switching from the names to like people's names.
Yeah.
As Alec just said, there actually is like a straight up madness table
Yeah.
that
Not
you can
very
bring
fun,
into. No, I think it's more fun to fuck around with this.
Yeah.
To like come up with stuff that's more interesting than like just like, oh, you can't tell friend from foe. Ha 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 ha. Make a random attack roll. Like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
you know.
speaking of which,
Cool.
what the hell was it? What was the effect that took over Aramil and Rogar?
honestly, there's no actual name for it in the description.
What do you mean?
It just tells you what happens.
Oh.
It
It's
says
just
that
madness.
you hear this. Yeah, it's just like some sort of madness effect. It's not charmed or frightened or anything like that. It actually had its own specific set of rules
So there's
based on what you guys
literally
rolled.
there's literally no way for us to like dispelled it or gotten rid of it.
Well,
I mean, not that you might not have known of, that you might like not for
Yeah,
like
okay, I see what you're saying.
specific status conditions. It's I think what I was using as homebrew was built off of what's called a gibbering mouth.
Mhm.
Because it had similar abilities with some other stuff added in.
bless you.
If you weren't aware, a gibbering mouth is literally a amorphous creature with just fucking tons of mouths, and it drives you insane if you're close to it.
Okay.
So I think it was I think the homebrew was like built off of that, but then taken. And so
Cool.
I was like, this
That
works.
was bananas, man. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Mhm.
Great session, guys. That's awesome.
I was genuinely bless you.
Bless you.
I was genuinely
You guys-
stressed out by that shit.
You guys handled it so well. There was a lot of different statics conditions that fucked you guys like hard, and you all like leaned into them hard, like not being able to see further,
Yeah, that sucked.
not being able to like
That was a ship from hell.
Yeah, I mean, you guys really, really did genuinely well, and I'm very impressed. Also, that means I can crank up the difficulty level a little bit higher if I need to.
We're basically gods. So.
We're pretty good here.
I'm glad I didn't blow a hole in the side of the ship. I was thinking that, like, get rid of the fog and then get us access to, like, I thought there was a creature downstairs that was doing it to us. We had to attack.
Between you trying to blow the ship up and Rogar trying to burn it down, I have no idea what to think about. Like our like problem solving needs to have some steps to it.
I tried my best not to go down with the ship.
It was so funny because I had this whole like rationale ready. Like, you guys might be able to get the ship, but like Thuray had like, okay, this is why you couldn't. Like, there was like the pros and cons, and you're like, nah, fuck it, burn this shit. Like, we don't care. Fuck this boat. Fire,
There is no...
like, we are done with this creepy child bullshit. People who have gone insane and scratched their fingers down to bone, like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, screw that shit.
Not about it.
Not today, sir.
I'm also curious, and I guess this is for Thuray, which I can't talk to because we're in a ship that's falling apart. I was wondering if we actually killed the black goo, or if it just got rid of it. You know, if it
Going
rejoined.
to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we kill it, or is it just in the ocean somewhere?
I mean, you would have to talk to Thuray about it. And
I
you
can't right
might
now.
not
I'm in a
actually
ship that's
know,
being rolled
so.
around.
Yeah. Oh no, that ship was broken the fuck apart.
Oh yeah.
You were in the water in this storm.
Also, Gregor is worried about Thea. That's really terrifying for a god to go, oh god,
Yes.
I'm out of control right now.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Let me swipe some of that power back, motherfucker.
I'll be taking
Holy
that.
shit.
Bye. All right, dudes.
Anyways, fantastic.
All right, boys and girls, thank you very much.
Good job, guys.
Adios, guys.
Bye.
Good session tonight.
Y'all be good,
Great
man.
session.